Hi, it's Paris from Epic Reviews, a tech channel, and after 3 years it's about time to replace my Asus UL80 series, very dependable laptop, and I think I found what I'm going to replace it with. Announced today at Computex is the Asus Zenbook Infinity. There's still a little light on the specifications, but it will have a 13.3-inch touchscreen IPS panel at a minimum HD, but probably even higher definition than that. It's going to run the Haswell processor, which means better battery life, faster speed, depending on if they're going to use the Iris or Iris Pro, if there's built-in integrated video, or if they're going to put in a dedicated NVIDIA chip. Either way, I think will work out. It's got 2 USB 3.0 ports, mini HDMI, also a micro SDXC card slot, and the one thing I've wanted for years, a backlit keyboard. Also, the keyboard is the chiclet style, so there's a small amount of space between keys, which means it won't be too crowded even on that 13.3-inch diagonal frame. We know they'll ship with solid-state drives rather than mechanical hard drives, and the amount of RAM in them is not announced yet, but come on guys, it's 2013. It's got to be at least 8 gigabytes. And the one feature that seems to be getting most of the press, but really is of no interest to me, may even be a detriment, is that to make it look fancy, they've put the back cover, the surface is Gorilla Glass 3, which is a good type of Gorilla Glass. It's supposed to be very scratch resistant and difficult to break, but I don't understand putting it there. Just aluminum or plastic is fine. I don't really care about the appearance. I'd rather have something a little cheaper, a little lighter, and a little more functional. And that brings us to the last element that's not being announced, which is the price. My feeling is it's going to be $1,500 or a little more. If it gets up past $2,000, then really it's out of the question. I'm not going to pay that much for a laptop, especially one with a glass back that you know you could easily drop and break. And in my own schedule, I'm going to need something by September. I'm going to need to replace this with something that I can do some video editing on remotely. It said later this year, so if that means back to school season, then I'm good with it. If it means Christmas season, they're not only going to miss my purchase of it, I think that's going to be awfully late with all the new Haswell laptops and Ultrabooks coming out that will be out for back to school. I think Asus better get in gear on this and have one of the first Haswell Ultrabooks out rather than one of the last ones. If you haven't seen the video yet of the Asus Zenbook Infinity at Computex, I'll put a link down below. You can check it out. They have it behind a big glass case, but even so, it's very pretty, very tempting, and hopefully in a couple months it'll be in my hands.